Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here today. And today, going away from the food for a moment, and we're gonna look at this. Yep, it's a box. And even though it says Surefine Angel Hair, it is not Surefine Angel Hair, because I said we're not doing food, and anyways, I will not sit here and eat a box full of raw pasta. Anyway, so, what's in the box? Well, if I turn the box around, it has written rather crudely in blue, Clay's Castle. Yes, this is one of my oldest toys that I can remember. And it's knights and castle and horses and all that kind of stuff. You know, and it's one of my most favorite toys I ever played with. And I found it from being in storage. Actually, both my kids played with this too, so it's come up through the generations. But I got these when I was 3 years old. Okay, my grandparents brought these out for me to play with one day when I was about 3. It's when I was between 3 and 5 years old. So these are probably at least 52 years old. So what do we have? Okay, let's tilt it over and look at that. And they're fabulous red, blue, or red, black, and white colors. So I don't know how else to do this, but let's dump some of them out in the thingy and oh boy, man, there is a lot of. I don't got the room to deal with this. Let's set this over here. Are we creating shadows? Yes. Yes, we are. Let me move that. Oh, there. That's better. All right. So, oh, wow. Okay. Here is the oh, God. These things are getting old. Catapult. It even has a rubber band on it yet. Does it work? Wow. That's disappointing. The plastic is starting to decompose. Even though the rubber band still has a little bit of spring in it. You put this in there and woo! Hey, we've got launching. Alright. Oh, that goes to actually a G.I. Joe sized doll knight that I have somewhere. Alright, let's just look at some of these to start with. Okay. Here we have your basic. Say white. Come on, focus. There it is. Your basic white knight. With a pole arm of sort. No, and the detailing's pretty good. And you can actually see the marks on the helmet. Breathing holes. Fingers, the chain mail or the scale mail is in pretty good shape. Let's see, maybe they got the same guy in red. Maybe it's... Oh, there's a horse. There's a horse. Trying to see if they got the same guy in red. Well, here's the Black Knight. Let's see, the Black Knight. And we can't... Wow. That's hard to see. Maybe that'll help a little bit. He's got pretty good detail. Maybe the red ones will show up better. You should have every type in every color. Oh, that's from a different set. Okay, black, red. Did we say red? Okay. Here's a polearm guy. Oh, sorry about that. Here is a polearm guy in red. Maybe we can get a better look. Okay. Like I said, the detail is actually pretty cool on these guys. This one's got some flashing still around the edges. How close can we get and still... Oh, that's what we needed to do. There it is. Okay, as you can see, there's detail on the helmet. And the mail is actually pretty good. On the back side, you know, you got the sword, the hilt, the belt. Actually, that's pretty good all around. Let's see if the white one shows up better at this focus. Oh yeah, that's not bad either. If it would focus. There's the focus. Yeah, so let's check the guy with the mace. Or not the mace, that's more of a morning star. Yes, that's good. Look at that. Then we have detail on the shield. I mean, right down to the leggings, too. That is pretty neat. Here's a one that was probably not with this set, of course. And he's actually pretty darn detailed, too. Okay, let's see what else we got. The polearm guy. That one lost his polearm. Now here's a horse, and I know there's riders. Here's a rider. It's like the Red Rider. I mean, the detail on these guys is actually pretty fantastic. You know, and these are like 52 years old. And he sits on the horse, and okay, that can't be right. I mean, it's like riding a miniature pony. I mean, the horse detail is actually pretty darn good, too. Even got a coat of arms on the back part. That is pretty awesome. I don't think this is the horse that goes with this set either. But then a lot of this stuff does not go with this set. Ah, well, maybe. Is that the one? Oh, that's it. Ooh, this guy really needs a bath. Okay, we have the White Knight. Oh my gosh, yes, they're... Ugh. Now we have a lame horse. I'm going to have to be careful with these because the plastic is starting to degrade. That's terrible. How many... I wanted to go at least 5 more generations with these toys. That's more like it. Okay, let me see. We got some archers too. The flashing on these is pretty bad. Some of these have some really bad flashing. Of course, that's something I would not have noticed when I was, 5. Here's another one, and that's definitely from a different set. Age unknown. Oh, look at this. Okay, I think I remember, I believe that these dinosaurs came out of a Fruity Pebbles cereal box. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that they came out of there. Let's see, is there anything written on them? My fingers don't want to work today. It's really cold out here. The lights went off and the heater went out, and I never got it turned back on, and it's snowing today. There's something written. And e.g. 70 guinea. I can't read what it says. We shall hold it up and perhaps we can read it on here. What does it say? 70 foot long. Okay. Whatever that means. Maybe they're saying that it was 70 foot long. Here. Why is it not? We must adjust. Oh no, that's not what the problem is. The problem is it's zoomed out. There. Sorry about that bit of adjustment. But, and here is a barrier. I'm scared to see how bad this plastic's falling apart. Which the archers would set behind and shoot out their arrows of death. Okay, oh, yeah, now, we were saying about flashing. Some of these were super high quality, and then you get this, where somebody completely failed at removing the flashing. And you'd think in the 52 years that I had these, I would have maybe picked that off, but no, maybe I thought he was the archer with fins. Oh, and here's a different, must be from that smaller group. Now, these were not bought new. I'm absolutely certain of that. These were not bought new. These were probably got at an auction or a yard sale or a flea market, because they actually came in a portable record player case. It was about this high. Let me see, where are we at? Yeah, that was about this high and at least this wide square, you know, and it was about the size of me, and that's what they were all in, and we kept them in there for darn near forever. Ah, yes, you're all fat, you're right, but they're in there forever. Okay, let's see. Here's the castle. And there were 2 castles that came with this. Oh! There's another dinosaur, and that was way before Barney. Okay, let's take a look at this. You know, if you buy these now, the castles only have like one side. They'll have the front. I was looking online when I pulled this out, and I really need to have more space here. Shift this over a little bit. But you know, these guys had the moving front door, and then this was in the back. So you had a completely encased 4-sided castle with a front door that locked. And if you hit that good enough, it would knock it open. You know, and these guys were made for standing on the buttresses to shoot out. Pew, pew! Shoot out at the purple dinosaurs. And this one, yeah, this says 70 foot long. I am almost certain that these came out of Fruity Pebbles. Okay, let's see what else. I know there's more goodies in here. Well, there is. This box is completely full of knights, and they're all just basically the same. Yeah. There's your light blue giant sloth. Slotholunkus. Look at that. That is awesome. And I know there's... Oh, good grief. Oh, here's the good ones. The good ones are coming up. I'm trying to dig this out without dropping everything on the floor here. Here is one that is intact. Okay. These guys are awesome. I doubt if you'd ever be able to get them now, be able to sell them now, though, because everyone would be afraid that somebody's going to shoot their eye out. You know, heaven forbid you let kids play with something that's a projectile. You know, it's not like they can pick up a stone and do the same freaking thing. Yes. Terrible. We should outlaw stones to save the eyes of our children. And I'm getting ticked off because I cannot find. It'd be so much easier if I could just dump this thing out on the freaking floor, like we used to do in the olden days. You know, when your mother had you play on the floor in the kitchen, and gave you like marbles and things to play with, so that your pants would like clean the floor, so she didn't have to do it. Okay, somewhere in there, which I cannot find, there was a dart that fit over top of this, down here, and this would hook onto that dart, and you would push up on the bottom, and it would shoot that thing, and that thing would fly. I mean, with a good rubber band, that thing would fly the entire way across the room and smack into the wall like head height. And I'm disgusted that I cannot find one of those darts. They may have actually just disintegrated in time, or over time. Yes, the darts are among the missing. Okay, we shall remedy that. Maybe I shall make some. But here we have some other siegecraft. You know, and you would put the marble or whatever rolled up tinfoil worked really well. And phew, but you pull that down here like that, that thing would fly exceptionally well. But you know what? These would be rather easy to recreate. Maybe I shall make these out of wood. I think that is a good idea. That could be one of our projects. All right, give me a second. I'm going to put this away and get one of each of the knights out so we can take a good look at those. Don't go away. Okay, seems like we have a fairly decent representation of most of them anyway. There were some that I didn't have. I don't think there was any crossbowmen in the red. So let's just take another quick look at these guys and the detail upon them. You can see that is actually pretty darn good detail. There was some seriously good sculpting going on with these. And even this guy with the sword that I apparently chewed on, you know, there was great detail in the armor. And there was a few of these, not too many, but this, actually I think you can probably see it better here, even though they've lost his sword. The armor is actually amazingly detailed. I mean, the shield, the sword, that is amazing detail on some of these. Actually, all of them. It's not like some of those horrible military figures you get now that, you know, are squished, flattened, and turned into some abomination from Umbrella Corporation. With these knights on the horse, it seems like they are exceptionally detailed, especially in the shields. Let's see, and there's maybe the dust will help bring the contrast out. Or maybe not. Maybe the blood the crayon that I used as blood. Nope, that's not going to do it either. May have to go back to this guy. We'll have to do that, even though it is grainy. You know, the detail on these guys is pretty darn amazing, I must say. Well, there is my antique knight and castle set. And I thought you would enjoy that, because I am going to do, I don't want to just do reviews of things too. I want to pull out, because I have a lot of old handheld video games and antique games that I would like to, you know, pull out and share with you. And if possible, I could get the modern counterpart to these, to anything that I pull out, you know, and then compare the two. Because the castle and knight sets are fairly common on Amazon, so I don't think that would be too difficult to do. So if you like the video, hit the button down there, subscribe. I'll be here with, you know, more stuff like this, and hopefully even better stuff like this. So thanks for spending some time with me, and have a good evening. I am the greatest.